and welcome back to Sims with Amy. I'm Amy and this is The Sims 4. Today I'm attempting to build a sort of small modern family home that's white and wood. I do have a picture I am referencing this from. I found this really cute little tiny modern house that just showed the front of the house and then a kind of interior layout. But the rest of it, I'm just kind of making up and just freestyling. So let's have a look at the build so far. I did lay down some platforms to start with before building. And then I also grabbed a load of windows and doors, I think, and put them at the side because I knew I might want to use those later. At the moment, I'm just playing around with some window placements and then these kind of wooden long things I really love, so I will be shoving them everywhere throughout the build. Yeah, so let's get down to it. So this front section, I'm still just kind of figuring out how I want it to look, like the size wise. These are kind of cute little steps going up. I didn't actually use any stairs, they are just platforms, so hopefully the Sims can go up this. I have not play tested this, so I'm not sure they can. You'll have to tell me. If you download this, it will be available in my gallery. So if you download this and play with it, tell me if it works or not, because I don't know. Okay, so what we've got so far, we've got kind of the front section, and then we have this kind of separated porchy bit area, which will be leading into a bedroom later on. And then we also have to the other side, on the right side, it will eventually be a car, what is it called? Oh my god, car park? Carport? A garage, there we go. It's gonna be a garage on one side. Oh my gosh. I don't drive, so I don't know the names. Yeah, my mind is going. I'm getting too old. Okay, so I did play around with the windows a lot more. I just really wanted something modern and bright and open. I don't have all the Sims packs, so it does make it a little bit hard sometimes getting like a more modern windows that kind of suits the build. This is my first speed build that I've made like this with a voiceover. Normally I have tried to just do speed builds, kind of ASMR style, which take ages. They take about four or 5 hours to edit because I'm just, you know, getting all the clicks in and then deleting the parts that don't have any sound. So anyway, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to attempt to do a build like this where it's a voiceover and you can just see me do the whole thing, and not just showing the parts that I actually liked and left in. Okay, so back to the build. I am now doing the garage area. I think that's English, right? It's British. I don't know what Americans call them. Do they call them garages? I don't know. What do you guys call it? What is that? Yeah, so anyway, that's a nice long garage. And this, now I'm trying to do the roof. On the photo I keep referencing, it does kind of look a little bit like this, but then they've got like other chunks to the roof and I'm not really sure how to build that. That's why you see me like rearrange a lot of the walls. See, I've just now moved this in again. Yeah, so the roofing, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. You'll see me later struggle with the main roof as well. I'm not great at doing a roof overall, like generally I'm not great at it, and I'm really trying hard to make it better. Yeah, so yeah, let's look at the build again. I did this tiny little front garden area for this kind of, I don't know, bedroom section that it will eventually be a bedroom. And yeah, so like I said, the roofing, I don't know, it just kind of looks a bit weird at the moment. And then I ended up, you know, multiplying this thing. I'm not actually happy with that. Now that I look back at the video, that little tiny section above the little section, I think I would change that actually. Yeah, so with this build, the hardest part was the roofing and then the layout inside, because the front has like a platform area going up. The inside was quite awkward to do with the platforms, but I eventually figured it out, thank goodness. Yeah. Okay, for the roofing, this just mini front section, I wanted to put windows in, but I also wanted the roof to look, I really, really wished they had a wood, like a modern style wood to use for that front bit, but there wasn't any available. I do have some kind of wood roof materials in custom content, but obviously I want this custom content free so everyone can download this if they want to. Yeah, so that just kind of left my roof options very limited. I did end up going with tiling instead. Okay, so this is now the first bedroom with then a bathroom behind it, and then I tried to figure out how I would then put in another room. This kind of section now will be I think the kitchen. Yeah, and then obviously that other room, it should have been 2 more bedrooms and then like a small ensuite bathroom, but I accidentally made three bathrooms in this place. It should be 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, but I made 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So please, if you do download this, make that extra massive bathroom at the back into a different room. Like it could be another bedroom or a study or like an activity room. This place does not need 3 bathrooms. Oh, sorry if you heard that bump. I just hit my leg. Fun, fun, fun. Right, okay, so for the wallpaper, I literally went for that plain white paint everywhere, just to keep it very basic and simple. And then here I go with the roofing. It's literally going to be like 10 minutes of this playing around with a roof. I'm really sorry. Yeah, okay. So I whacked some more of that kind of woodeny pole things at the top. I really wanted it to look, I don't know, a little bit more different than normal. I've never tried to use that before on a roof, and I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it looks okay? The roofing does look so weird. Like normally I do kind of massive blocky roofs like this, and that does not look great. It doesn't look modern. It just kind of looks a bit awkward right now. And I'm just kind of fiddling about with some bits and bobs. I don't know why I put that stump in there. We can't even see it, to be fair. Okay. I feel like doing a voiceover is kind of weird, actually. Yeah, but I'm trying my best. I hope you enjoy this video with my voice. Okay, so with the back, I didn't have a picture. So I'm really just like freestyling this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like kind of trying to get inspired by the front section and just thinking, what can I do to make this look fun and modern? So I did end up using some more of those woody plank things up the walls and thinking, yeah, that looks absolutely gorgeous. But I do then remove those later because I think I make the roof a bit bigger. And then I kind of had a problem with those windows I put in because I started to move the roofs around, and then there was like some of the windows got stuck in the roof, and then yeah, it was just a big mess. Whoops-a-daisy. Does anyone else have problems of building a roof? Because if you do, like, leave a like, because you know, we need to stick up for each other. Roofs are evil in this game. I feel like we need to like a special roof tutorial that everyone needs to watch, because these are just not fun to do. See, here I am trying to make it look more hip and cool with like a skylight. Yeah, doesn't that look amazing? And then I'm like, also I really hope the Sims team change the way those, what are they called, where you have the roof and then you can pull out a section. So the roof kind of stays, but then the roof is kind of longer, but it does it on both sides. I wish they wouldn't do that. I wish you could change it separately on both sides. I think it's called a gable, like pulling out the gables. Like I want it separately. I want to do it separately so I can have one long at the front and then short at the back. But that's not a thing at the moment. Maybe that can be a thing in the future. Yeah, hopefully. So here we are with the roof at the moment. It's kind of getting there-ish. I'm still not completely happy with it. And I've kind of got that weird roof section in the middle that I should have done something more with. If you can see it, it's just kind of a bit dodgy. And then I put in this other section of roof that now everything's now not in line at the bottom, which is just great. So I need to now redo all of this. But it's fine. It's, you know, this is how you play the game. It's how you build something, you know. You don't know what it's going to look like. So you just keep playing around until you're happy with it. So if you're a really bad builder or just don't like building, do not worry. Building is all about playing around with stuff until you think, oh yeah, that looks all right. So here I am again, just changing everything, just trying to figure out how to make this look good. Yeah, so I was thinking, my idea behind this section was I want the skylight to be on both sides, but like a thin strip. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can do this. Obviously adding in that little bit more of a roof doesn't quite work, doesn't line up. So then I have to delete that section and then figure out a way. Yeah, there you go. I figured it out. I just moved the other one, but then it wasn't quite level. And then I was thinking, okay, I'm going to bring up the other roofs to make everything level. And I actually kind of really love the way like there's more like a white edge sticking out of the glass area. I think that does actually make the roof look really, really cool. So I think overall, I'm kind of happy with how the roof came out. And then I'm thinking, do I want to put like a chimney on it? But then I'm thinking, that's not really modern. I don't think most modern houses have a chimney because people don't really have a fireplace anymore. So I just skipped putting one of those on altogether. Now the back area, this place really does not have like a lot of garden area. So if your Sims are going to have like kids in the game, this is not the house for them. I'm seeing that this is maybe a house for like a cool couple that might have a teenager living with them, or I don't know, because there's like 2 main bedrooms, and if you take out one of the bathrooms, then you could have 3 bedrooms. So this could fit a lot of people. Maybe you could have like the grandparents live with you. Like grandparents, parents, and 1 teenager, something like that. Right, so I'm sorry also for my voice being so gravelly. I don't know why it is. It's just a bit rusty today. Maybe I just haven't talked enough. Okay, so the back door, I did place this one in, but I do end up changing that again later, because if you can see here, it's really, really dark this side. And that's really weird, and I try to figure out why is it doing that, and I couldn't figure that out, so I do change it for a door that didn't look as dodgy as that one. Yeah. What am I doing next? I am putting all the windows in. I always find it a bit weird to put windows in because I don't want every single window to be the same, because I think that's kind of old-fashioned now to have literally every single window in your house the same. So I am kind of playing around with maybe 3 types of different windows. This area now is I think it's going to be a lounge. Yeah, it's going to be a lounge, but it's a weird lounge. You'll see why. I start playing with these platforms because the outside is raised up really high. But then I'm thinking, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Because literally this platform into the room is so thin, and I'm like, do I put stairs? But then stairs don't really look right. So then I'm thinking, do I add in another platform so it kind of goes down into the room? But yeah, I really didn't know what to do with this section. I was like, do I make this into like, I don't know, like a little desk kind of space? So you'd walk in and then have a desk there, but then it didn't really make sense to have that as a desk area, because who walks into their door straight to like a study area? Like if a thief was going to come in here, that's great for them. Like they can just take the laptop or computer straight away. So I was like, we need to get rid of that. That's not going to work. Yeah, so then, okay, there I am deleting the door, trying to make it not look so weird. I think that one worked. It's from the greenhouse kit, I think it's called, which I love. I love using those greenhouse windows and doors all the time. I think I've used it so many times. So many times. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just adding doors to everything because I gave up with my platform section for the moment. That platform is really annoying. I'm gonna play a bit more later. Yeah, okay, I think, am I going to go for it again? Yes, here I go to the platform again. And also, whenever I do a platform, it always deletes my walls for some reason. See, look there, deletes it. Deleted it again. Why is it doing this? So, yeah, I don't know why platforms keep deleting my walls. I have to rearrange them again and again and again. But I don't know. Does that happen with your game as well? Does a platform delete the wall? Because that's really annoying if it's only doing it to me and not you. It's not fair. Okay, so I'm thinking, my idea was, what if I made this platform section much bigger, and that would actually be like the lounge section where the settee and TV will go eventually. I did give up on that again because that's a cursed area in the house, that platform section. Okay, yeah, so giving up on that, I went back into the kitchen and I thought this color scheme inside this house is going to be blue and white. Yeah, my last speed build was kind of yellows and white, which was very, very cute, but I didn't want to do that again. I wanted to try blue, which I don't normally play with a lot. It's not my favorite color. For a house, normally I go with green and white quite a bit, or lately I've tried pinks with some fairy builds, which are very, very cute. And I normally love white and like a dark wood or a light wood, but blue, never. I never do blues. That's why this is very, very strange and different for me to do. Okay, so back to the kitchen. I did play with this layout quite a bit. I did want to put some tiles behind the main kind of cooking section because, you know, in real life you would have tiles behind there. You wouldn't have paint because it would just be so oily and gross and greasy to clean off a white wall, especially if it's wallpaper. I actually live in Korea at the moment and most of the houses are just covered in wallpaper here, so just imagine having all that grease on wallpaper. It doesn't come off. So that's why I put tiles behind there. For the main sitting area, I do end up putting another little section of wall in, just so the chairs and table don't feel so stuffed into the corner. Yeah, here I am playing with the counters again. I'm just thinking, where can I put the fridge that makes the most sense? I wasn't loving it there because that eats up a lot of wall space. So I do end up shoving it into the other corner and then deleting that window because that just doesn't make sense. Like, who would open up their fridge to like smash it into a window? Nobody would do that. I would hate that design if that was in my house. So anyway, for shelving in the kitchen, I do normally go on to the like maid rooms at the like you know the ones I mean, like the maid rooms that the Sims provide for you. When you buy a new pack, there'll be like a maid room. So I do, oh, styled rooms, that's what it's called. Yeah, I do go into the styled rooms and I click on kitchen and then I'll just grab like bits and pieces from the styled rooms. It's just so much quicker to like design and build this way. Obviously I don't use every single thing and I do pick a mix from each different styled room, like, oh, that's good, that's a good plate, that's a good bowl. It just makes things so much easier to find because I do have a lot of custom content and it's really tricky not to use it. Yeah, so here we go. I'm just figuring out if I want a light above here. That would have been cool, but I think I do put some olive oil above there, but I do change that again later. I think I put a painting above there, which does end up looking really cool. Yeah, so normally I don't do too much of the cabinets across because I feel like they can look a bit bulky, and a lot of designs now for kitchens have a mixture of some cabinets at the top with open shelving. So that's what I wanted to do to give this a much more modern feel and finish. Do a little bit of cabinetry and some open shelving. So I feel like the kitchen is pretty much there. I do now start to play with some other rooms. The bathroom just ends up being really, really basic. Just your basic bitch bathroom. Nothing fancy. Just literally, I went with a black and white style with a little bit of wood thrown in just to tie into the rest of the house. There's really nothing fancy at all about this place. Yeah, just literally the most basic bathroom ever. I didn't do anything kind of creative or crazy in here. I just want it to be functional and have all the bits and pieces so it looks like it's been lived in. For like my clutter collection for a bathroom, I do not have that. Is there a bathroom clutter pack kit? I don't have that. You can probably tell because I use the same thing for every build. With every CC free build I do, the bathroom looks the same. I'm sorry. Maybe I can get the bathroom clutter one later just to spruce it up a bit more, but at the moment I don't have that. So if you do have the bathroom clutter one, then it could be good to change over the towel rack or add some other cool bits and pieces in there, because that's just so basic. Okay, moving on to this main room. I think this could be the main bedroom. I was literally in my mind, the back bedroom was the main one. And this could be, I don't know, grandparents' bedroom or guest bedroom. But actually now looking at this would been much, much nicer as the main bedroom. For the artwork on the back wall, I really wanted something blue to tie in with the blue theme. But there really isn't much kind of blue modern designs. So I did go for this kind of what is that, abstract kind of acrylic and oil painting, and I threw that on. Obviously I had to change change the bed to blue to match, and then get some blue star tables which look lovely. I didn't add lamps to it because, oh, here I am playing with mirrors. No, put that away. I wish I had more mirrors in this game. The painting does go back on the wall later, I think. Yes, it's gonna go back on. Yeah, so I didn't add lamps to the side tables because I just thought that could be a bit, I don't know, clunky. And I once stayed in this really fancy hotel which had these hanging lights above their side tables, so I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna do that because that looks hella gorgeous. Yeah, so here I am trying to figure out what painting to do again on the back wall. I do think I go for that acrylic. Okay, maybe I don't. No, I don't. I changed it, but it's still abstract and blue, which is lovely. And I do a blue kind of feature wall, which ends up kind of tying everything together. I did really want to put that chair there, but the platforms hate me. Like, they literally hate me in this game, and they make everything kind of like suck into it. Does that happen to yours? Because I don't know if that's a bug or if that's just a platform thing. Okay, so I did that kind of rattan dresser to match the rattan chair outside. And I did end up putting that bloody lovely mirror back in. I love that mirror. I should use that more. That looks really cool with the lights around. Okay, yeah, here I go. Oh, I didn't do a painting, I did plants. Yeah, that looked fantastic. For the mirror over here, I don't have too many to choose from. I wanted like a modern style one, and that cabin log looking mirror is the best I had. For the, what are they called? Curtains. I think I just wanted something basic and kind of white just to go along there. And I think those were the best I could get. And then for rugs, I think I skipped putting a rug in here just because it looked a bit too much, like a bit too old-fashioned. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to skip doing a rug there and I'll do a rug somewhere else. Not every bedroom needs a rug. My bedroom doesn't have a rug. And maybe the new thing is now not to have a rug in your bedroom because, you know, it'd be easier to clean the floor that way. Give it a nice vacuum without a rug. Lovely. Your feet will be cold in the morning, but you know what? That'll have to do. So here I am just trying to clutter up the sides. For clutter, if I'm doing a blue room, I then try and pick blue clutter or like blue, white or brown clutter to like blend. Not blend, but match the room's vibes. Yeah, so I then kind of decided I want an extra bit of I don't want to put wall in there because then it could be quite dark. I wanted something still open. I did end up going with those dividers. And yep, here I am with the blue clutter. There we go. We always need a little cup and some more mugs. And obviously mugs are the best clutter to have to make it look the most realistic. Well, mugs and shoes. If you want your house to look lived in, mugs and shoes and magazines, they look great. If you just pop them everywhere, it looks very lived in. Here I am grabbing more clutter that's kind of in the tones I want, and I will eventually spread them around the house. I normally do little clutter collections, and then I'll just go back and use those later. Yeah, and also I find that one trick to do is if you have a little table that's a little bit too big for what you want, you can just shrink it down. And then if you want to place an object on it, put the object on the floor in front of it and then use I think it's a 9 key to raise it up onto that object that you've made smaller. Yeah. Right. Okay. We're into the lounge section now. I played around with a lot of these kind of on the wall, what are they? Like TV stands? TV thingamabobs. A lot of them, yeah, they just kind of stick to the wall, and because there's a platform there, they kind of like sunk into it. So I do eventually change that one again because I wasn't happy with it. And obviously I put a massive TV on the wall because the trend in Korea at the moment is to have a giant TV, like literally the biggest TV you've ever seen, and could potentially blind you one day from watching it. Literally my mother and father-in-law have this massive TV, and it's just way too big, and I'm just like, I'm never gonna have that ever. That's never gonna happen in my house. No. Yeah, so here we are. I did do what is that, like a half wall there, just to, like, I was thinking in real life, if you had a couch there, you would want some sort of little mini wall behind it, because what if you sit down on that couch really, really hard and then the couch kind of slips off and then you, like, you know, bash your head in from falling over off that little ledge. So that little tiny wall will save your life. Yeah, so here I am back in with trying to decide what I want underneath. I thought, ooh, what about a dresser? That could be a little bit more substantial. But then I thought, you know what about bookshelves? But then they look a bit too busy. It's a bit much. It looks kind of like a kid's playroom. So I did move them down there, and I'm quite happy with that. For the lamp, I wanted something modern, not too much, kind of plain. And then what am I doing now? I'm back in trying to choose what table to go underneath the TV. And now that I look at that table looks absolutely tiny compared to the TV. But you know what? If you want to change that, if you download this and want to change it, be my guest, because actually I don't know if I like that or not. Or maybe you could put plants either side of it. That could be cute. Or more clutter, I suppose. It'd be nice to put like a basket underneath. I don't have any baskets, but if you did, that'll be cute to do. With all my builds, I always end up putting quite a lot of plants in. It just looks more lived in with a plant. I'm also a plant person myself, so I do have a lot of plants in my own house. Here I am trying to shove this plant in. It does not look good there. And it keeps sinking into the platform. The bloody platform does not want to work with me. I did eventually decide to go for that little tiny plant rack thing. And then I think this is the Dream Home Decorator Kit. I wanted to try and build a, like, what are they called? Like a wardrobe. Oh, it's not a wardrobe. What is that? Oh my God, my brain is mush. When you go into the house, well, I don't, yeah, like a wardrobe thing, like a shoe storage, coat rack area. Obviously, those are actual clothes and not coats, but just pretend they're coats, and this is just a coat rack area. It does look a little bit weird with the window on the outside, but I didn't want to delete that window. I wanted to keep it there because it looks nice and symmetrical. Yeah, so I just kind of left it as that. Back over here, I was thinking, what can I add to this corner that the Sims could do? Like, what kind of person lives here? I was just really thinking, like, who lives here? What could I add in? I did go for a desk area, like a interior designer desk. I was then thinking maybe they are, at least one of the Sims could be an interior designer, or maybe like an artist, and that could be their kind of open workspace, I suppose. But like I said earlier in the video, I do end up adding way too many bathrooms to this place, so you could make that back room, give that wall a load of windows, and then make that back room into like an interior designer or artist studio. I think that could look really, really cool, and obviously a lot more open. I would actually do that. Should I do that? Should I do that in the build and then, well, anyway, you can, that's an option. That is an option you can do. So where those mirrors are on that back wall, make them into windows, and then make that back room either into a bedroom or like an art studio, design studio kind of thing. That would look really, really cool. Right, here I am trying to figure out what light to put in here. I didn't want to put a like hanging light. I thought that was too much. So I did go for this kind of strip light, which kind of looks really funky, if I don't mind saying so myself. Yeah, I really like that, like funky strip light. It just looks very interesting, and I don't normally ever use that. Okay, so this is the room I'm talking about. This does not need to be another bathroom. Yeah, so literally make that into a teen bedroom, or you could do it like a toddler's room. Or even like a studio, a gaming room could be cool as well. Like a gamer, a gamer room. Maybe they're a YouTuber. I don't know. But literally, no. Why am I making this another bathroom? Please stop. Stop it. Don't make another bathroom. You already have. You've got one, and you're going to make another one later. It does not need 3. Also, if you do change this room into another room, not a bathroom, you could change the windows along the back into those kind of big open ones, just to get more light in, because I think new builds normally have a lot more light than older buildings. So we need all the light. We need all the light we can get. Okay, here I am just trying to figure out how to make this look kind of cute and cozy, but obviously I shouldn't do that. Also, if you add one of those washing baskets in here, laundry baskets, you do need to put the washing machine and tumble dryer in, because otherwise they're going to have all these dirty clothes and nowhere to wash them. So please, if you have that washing pack, laundry day pack, please delete that washing bin, because I did not put anything to do with laundry, anything else to do with laundry in this build. Your Sims are just going to be throwing their clothes everywhere, and they're just not going to have anywhere to wash anything. It's going to be terrible. You're going to hate it. Yeah, so delete that, and actually just delete this whole room. Make it into something else. Oh my gosh, I feel like my voice is just, yeah, it's really, really husky today. I don't know why I'm turning into a werewolf. Hopefully not, or maybe hopefully that'll be fun. Yeah, so here is the 3rd bathroom in this tiny little build. Well, it's not tiny. It's quite big actually, but this is kind of an ensuite bedroom, bathroom, shower room thing. It should work. I didn't play test this, but it should work. They should be able to get in there, no problem. Yeah, so I just kind of make this very, very basic. It's actually very, very similar layout to my... Actually, I think it is the same layout to the speed build I did with like the yellow and white house. This is almost the same layout. I don't think I had the shelving section in it before, but literally the toilet and that rack thing with all the bits and pieces on, and the sink and mirror is all in the same layout. Wow, I'm so original with my ideas. But anyway, it works for a little tiny bathroom. So then I go in with the bed in this section. I still wanted something modern. I think I gave up on the blue scheme in here because there's not really that many blue beds. I do end up switching that bed round and shoving it more against the window, which in reality would be freezing to have a bed next to a window. I would not want to sleep there myself. But your Sims should be able to like scoot across and get in there. You just have to make sure one gets in bed first and then the other one can follow. Otherwise, they ain't gonna be happy. Right, I did leave this layout quite simple. It's nothing too fancy or extreme. I think I then just add in a couple of paintings on the wall at the back just to make it... Oh, here I am saving the game because it was starting to slow down. And you know when your game just starts to slow down, it means it's going to break. So every time something takes a little bit longer to load, make sure you save your game because otherwise you're just going to lose everything. I think my game's done that a few times in the recent weeks. It's not fun. Yes, so saved my game. Added my little paintings on the wall, which kind of look cute because we do have a few plants in the house, and little planted paintings look great. Right, for the light, I went for that. What is that? I don't know. I don't know what that is. It looks cool, looks modern. So we went for that, yes. Back over here, I thought this wall looked a bit naked. A little bit naked. So I just added a little more painting over there. And then I'm just doing a little once over, a little checky check of what's going on. I did want to kind of go over the blue and white theme again, but I did end up going with those white and light brown chairs, which looks gorgeous. And then that lovely cooker thing. I think that's from the For Rent pack, that long barbecue thing. Yeah, so here I am just kind of finishing off the house, just making everything a little bit more special. Sometimes I do think things I do is it's a little bit basic. So then I just go through the house and think, what can I do here just to make it look a little bit more fun, a little bit more unique? Yeah, so even just using that light, if you get a light and you think, well, that looks absolutely huge, try just shrinking it down and then you should be able to use it. Okay, so we're at the garage next, and I did think I should put some sort of skill thing in this area. And I think I ended up going for the flower arranging thing, that desky thing. I do end up deleting that plant later. Yeah, there it goes. Bye bye. And then I think all I have left to do is add... Oh, there I saved again because everything was getting a bit slow. Please remember to save your game, everybody. Yeah, I just add in a bit of terrain and then, yeah, the plants. Just add a few plants around the edge. I really love the bamboo for this build. I just felt like that really fit in with the scheme, the design of the thing, the modern build. I then thought maybe I could put palm tree, but I delete that. And then I just went in with this shrubbery, this little bush grass thing, just to make it look a bit more full. Yeah, and then just one or two more plants around the edge. I really think I was almost finished here. I think I then do go into debug and grab a few more plants out of there just to get a little bit more options. Also, debug items are free, so they are great to use for landscaping if you want to make the house a little bit cheaper to buy for your Sims, or if you don't even have much money, like your Sims is like this is a starter home for them. Yeah, just using debug does give you a lot more free stuff to use. There's a lot of rocks and like cars. I think I do end up putting a car in here. I played around with putting a truck, a big ass truck in here, but I do switch out for a little modern luxury looking car thingamabob. And yeah, I'm just literally playing around with a few more plants. I love that Monstera one. That looks really cool. And saving one more time because we are almost finished. So if you are still here and watching the video till the end, thank you so much, because that just means so much to me that you've actually stayed and watched my whole video. I do actually really enjoy watching other people's kind of build videos with voiceovers, because I really like to know what they're thinking when they're building something. I just find it really interesting. I do also like watching speed builds of like really incredible, insane builds, because I'm just like, how the hell have they done that? Because this video took me like 3 hours. It took me 3 hours to, not this video, this build took me at least 3 hours to make this, and it's just something really simple. So those speed videos of like people building like insane castles and I don't know, whole villages, I don't know how they do that. How many days do they take to make that? It's just like mind-blowing. Anyway, so here we are at the end. I think we're now just going to have a quick look at the finished house. There it is in all its glory. If you can hear some scratching in my voiceover, it's my house rabbit. She is trying to destroy everything. Thank you. Please stop. She just ignores me. Anyway, the back is very cute, very lovely. I hope you do enjoy this build. And there is one pomegranate tree that should give you some fruit. It is a debug one, so it may or may not work. And let's just have one quick look at the interior design. It's very nice, very simple. Got lots of whites and blues fitting the color scheme. And once again, if you want to, take out that extra bathroom and change it into something else, because that will just give you more space and more options to have in your house to have different things. Instead of 3 bathrooms, you could do lots more activities in there if you want to. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this whole video. I really appreciate you. Subscribe if you want to, because I will be doing more videos like this, and I will leave a comment on this build if you want to as well, and leave a like. And I'll see you in the next video. So have a good day, happy simming, and let me know if you download this and if it's playable. Hopefully it is and nothing breaks, but it might, because those platforms are evil. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye guys.